notice academics throughout the ceremony doing that when they announce themselves as well. So doff your trencher and then ascend the dais to receive your award. The Chancellor will be, good timing, the Chancellor will be here, and then, the Chancellor will be here. You will receive your award, your testament, and then turn to the camera for the official photograph. Once you've had the official photograph, you'll then head back down this side and ushered back to your seat. Thank you, that's great. At the end of the ceremony, you'll be asked to stand for singing of the academic anthem, Gaudiamus Igitur, and then the graduates, you'll be ushered again to follow the academic recession back up to the front or side corner of Bullabimba, and again our ushers will direct you there. Once you have recessed, left, can all graduates who have received awards, the numerous awards, and you know who you are, can you just head over with your family and friends to, there's a media wall over there in front of the cafe in Bullabimba, where we'll be taking the official photographs with the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor as well. Thanks for your attention. Please relax and wait for the announcement to start the ceremony. Congratulations. Thank you. Did that work okay? Yes, good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cause I speak my mind sometimes, and I think it's time for me to try to lay the blame lies. I've been searching for whatever made me feel this way. I'm not like it. Cause it's you, cause it's you, cause it's you, cause it's you. So I said I speak the truth, but I didn't think it'd be to you. I guess I'm sorry I had to lay it down, but no one gets to push me around. I've been searching for whatever made me feel this way. I'm not like it.
My soul is just to contain. I can tell you what to write, the words without the paper. Take my ego for drive. Leave it out at the 110 sign. In the kitchen after 5. In the hallway before 9. And if it wasn't for that time in the taxi, when you called it out, you said it was anxiety. You held me from the back of the front seat, and you told me all the times that you lied to me. I felt like a kid, like I could touch my feet, hovered above the ground in my booster seat. Oh, well, it feels like that again. Drink it, jug, and mind the razor. Feel it burn and watch it glow. All my friends on a container, and I'm almost out the door. And if it wasn't for that time in the taxi, when you called it out, you said it was anxiety. You held me from the back of the front seat, and you told me all the times that you lied to me. I felt like a kid, like I could touch my feet, hovered above the ground in my booster seat. Oh, well, it feels like that again. Oh, well, it feels like that again. Oh, I'm waiting for it patiently. My unmarked grave and my salty sea. My pants too short and my shame up to my knees. In the wave of guilt I roll, in the hurricane I bleed. Oh, if it wasn't for the time in the taxi, you called it out, you said it was anxiety. You held me from the back of the front seat, and you told me all the times that you lied to me. I felt like a kid, like I could touch my feet, hovered above the ground in my booster seat. Oh, well, it feels like that again. Oh, feels like that again. It's only 2 minutes till they. You got a fast car, I got a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, I got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. Yeah. So remember we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, felt like I was drunk. City lights stayed out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car, is it fast enough that we can fly away? Gotta make a decision, leave tonight or live and die this way. So remember we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, felt like I was drunk. City lights laid out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged, and I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Got a fast car, I got a job that pays all our bills. You stay out drinking late at the bar, see more of your friends than you do your kids, and I'd always hope for better. Thought maybe together you and me could find it. Got no plans, ain't going nowhere, so take a fast car and keep on driving. So remember we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
So Vincent Langari, he boarded an airplane. He landed in Sydney, big city of lights. And daily he went round softly speaking his story to all types of men from all walks of life. And Vincent sat down with those big politicians. They said, look mate, this affair, it's a matter of state. Let us sort it out while your people go hungry. Vincent said, nuh-uh, we know how to wait. From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow.
Vincent Langari, he returned in an airplane back to his country once more to sit down. And he told his people, let the stars keep on turning. We got friends in the south, in the cities and towns. And 8 years went by, 8 long years of waiting, till one day a tall stranger appeared in the land. And his name was Whitlam, and he came with great ceremony. Through Vincent's fingers, poured a handful of sand.
From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow. a story of Vincent Lengari. But this is a story of something much more. Now power and privilege cannot move a people who know best.
Good morning. Welcome to the University of New England and to the graduation ceremony for the awards in the Faculty of Humanities, Arts, Social Sciences and Education Awards. Graduates, friends, family and the UNE community, may I ask you now to please stand for the entry of the academic procession and the Chancellor of the University of New England. And please remain standing to join us in singing the National Anthem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join with us in singing the National Anthem. 2, 3. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land that we call New England and show our respect to their elders past and present. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to welcome you here today, and to our special guests, Wendy McCarthy, today's occasional address speaker, the Honourable Adam Marshall, Member for Northern Tablelands, Professor Simon Evans, Acting Vice-Chancellor, Ms Jan McClellan, Deputy Chancellor, Emeritus Professor Ray Cooksey, Esquire Bedell, my fellow council members and members of the university community, but you, our graduates, a special welcome to you and your families. This is your day. You've worked hard to get here. It's been a long journey for some of you, and a hard one through COVID and various other things. But enjoy today. It's well worth it. Today we celebrate the humanities, arts, social sciences and education. UNE's played a large part in educating the teachers of New South Wales right from the word go. We were set up really for distance education, so teachers could get advancement in the profession and enhance their ability to do the job. And we still do that today. To see people on this campus is a wonderful experience. We had our first graduation ceremonies in April earlier this year, and it was the first time, I think it was in almost 2.5 years, that there are actually a large group of people on campus. It brought this place to life, and this is what
I welcome you all here today. Dangana, Inja Anewan Kuna, Inja Nyambika Kuna, Nyambika Urala, Anandaka, Nyanga Ndaka Kunanga, Nyanga Ndaka Wangan, Ndaka Rakina Nyambika Kunda, Netima Ronyira Inja Kunda. You stand on the land on the traditional lands of the Anewan people, and our people have called this high country our home since the first sunrise. We have ancient connections and relationships with our neighbours from other parts of the tableland, the coast and the plains, and they have long visited our homelands for ceremony, trade and marriage. The Anewan and our neighbours also have a proud history of banding together in great adversity for our collective survival. Who are you? What country are you from? What brings you here? Walk well on this land. Thank you.
Thank you, Larissa. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Simon Evans, to present Ms Wendy McCarthy to the degree of Letters Honoris Causa.
Chancellor. Wendy McCarthy, née Ryan, was born in Orange in 1941. Her father was a sergeant in the Light Horse, and after the war, Bill Ryan took up a 1,000-acre soldier settlement block at Garima in the central west of New South Wales. Initially, the family lived in a tent and then shearers' quarters on the neighbouring farm until they could afford to build a house. The farm was marginal and financial resources were limited. Wendy received her schooling at Garema Siding Provisional School, Forbes High School and Tamworth High School. She did well in the Leaving Certificate and was offered both Commonwealth and Education Department scholarships. She chose the latter because it included payment of living expenses and enabled her to go to university, the first member of her family to do so. In 1958, she entered this university, where she majored in history and geography, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts, followed by a Diploma of Education. In her autobiography, she records how being a residential student at UNE was a life-changing experience because of the rich opportunities it offered to develop socially and emotionally, as well as intellectually. It was here in Armidale as a first-year student that she attended her first demo, played intervarsity hockey, was part of the university reviews, was a tutor at Duval College, and if you can believe the May 1960 edition of the UNE student paper Nucleus, was an entrant in the Armidale Wool Princess competition. She began her career as a secondary school teacher, teaching first at Cremorne Girls High in Sydney. And for over a decade, she taught in girls' schools in Sydney, London, and Pittsburgh. While expecting her first child, Wendy joined the Childbirth Education Association to campaign for birthing choices and the rights of fathers to be present at the birth. She confronted systemic barriers for women in the teaching profession: no maternity leave, promotion based on seniority, no childcare, and very little part-time work. In 1968, Wendy moved out of the classroom and began a significant career in public life, and since then has worked for change across the public, private and community sectors, in education, family planning, human rights, public health, overseas aid and development, conservation, heritage, media and the arts. A career of extraordinary breadth and achievement. In 1972, she established the New South Wales branch of the Women's Electoral Lobby. She became CEO of the Australian Federation of Family Planning Associations. She was a founding member of Chief Executive Women and the Sydney Community Foundation Women's Fund. Her leadership was recognised with her appointment to the National Women's Advisory Council in 1978 under Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser. Her career as an advocate for women was advanced in her role as Deputy Chair of the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, while also working as General Manager Communications with the Australian Bicentennial Authority. For nearly 50 years, Wendy McCarthy has been a leader and innovator in education, health, environment, cultural and commercial sectors. Her CV is staggering in scale and breadth. 10 years as Chancellor of the University of Canberra, 12 years of service to Plan Australia as Chair, Chair of Headspace, the National Youth Mental Health Foundation, and 9 years as Chair of Circus Oz. In addition to many career highlights, she has created organisations to work for the causes she believes in, including the national consulting practice McCarthy Mentoring, which is now owned by her daughter, Sophie McCarthy. She has written many books, including on sexuality, reproductive health, mentoring, and her memoir, Don't Be Too Polite, Girls, published in 2022. She was appointed an Officer of the Order of Australia for outstanding contributions to community affairs, women's affairs, and the bicentennial celebrations. And in 2003 received a Centenary of Federation Medal for business leadership. In 2005, the Sydney Morning Herald nominated her as one of Australia's top public intellectuals. She was featured in the 2011 International Women's Day publication, The Power of One, which profiled 100 women who have shaped Australia. And in 2013 was the inaugural inductee of the Women's Agenda Hall of Fame for her contribution to the lives of Australian women. In a special edition of Who Mattered in 2019, the Sydney Morning Herald named her as one of the people defining Australia right now, quoting, "McCarthy's advocacy and passion for women's rights has spurred a new generation. We wouldn't be where we are without her." Her clarity of thought, energy, directness, exceptional skills as a chairperson, and her gift for empowering others have been recognised across the political spectrum and by governments, not-for-profit organisations and the commercial world. She's been awarded Honorary Doctorate by the University of South Australia, made a Life Fellow by the Australian Institute of Company Directors. Today, we add our voice to the list of institutions recognising Wendy McCarthy for her extraordinary contribution to Australian public life. Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you Wendy McCarthy for admission honoris causa to the degree Doctor of Letters.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you honoris causa to the degree Doctor of Letters. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to have people like Wendy McCarthy as alumni of this place, people who have made an extraordinary difference to the society they live in and making it a much better world for us in the years to come. So Wendy, thank you for what you've done. We're proud to have given you what we've given you, and we're proud to have you as a member of the family.
Chancellor, graduates, guests, I now invite our new Honorary Doctor, Wendy McCarthy, to give today's occasional address.
Well, I have to say this feels truly wonderful. And I love the red outfit. Thank you. I always remember things by what I was wearing. This is one I won't forget. Chancellor, Acting Vice-Chancellor and CEO, members of Council and other invited dignitaries, graduands and their friends and family. Thank you to the University for honouring me, and thank you for inviting me to give today's occasional address. It is a privilege to do so, and I extend my warmest congratulations to the graduands who magically, by the time this ceremony is finished, will be graduates. Congratulations. 61 years ago, I was sitting up there outside that front entrance, do the maths, I'm 81, wearing the compulsory white dress required by UNE protocol. None of this nonsense, little white dress, a kind of confirmation handmaiden look, best forgotten. But I just thought I'd let you know in case they want to bring it back. As a Chancellor of Canberra University for a decade, I presided over 88 ceremonies, and there was never one without that special sense of joy, surprise and relief for you and your families that you made it. And I offer you the biggest congratulations. Just starting and finishing something on its own is an achievement. There were few girls in the graduating class of UNE in 1961, but we were shiny with optimism and our new test aimers. In those days, the air was clean, jobs were guaranteed, and sex was rather grubby. The world was ours. I was 20 years old. I had a BA in Dip Ed, the standard secondary teaching qualifications, and had been in the classroom already for 5 months. That classroom felt like coming home, and I assumed that I would always be a teacher. It turned out that was not to be. I had to find different classrooms. This was not a planned life and career. Like most young in the 60s, my life journey was predicated on marriage and motherhood. I can report in one sentence that the marriage and motherhood went well. But the battles to be an effective and engaged citizen were unexpected and confronting. Women of my age had to learn new rules to challenge the status quo. I'm fond of saying that education is the main game in town. My university education changed everything in my life. I discovered new dreams, new opportunities. I became an engaged citizen and learned how to run campaigns effectively. I found that by working with like-minded people, we could change a nation. It's been a long and exciting journey from country school girl and graduate teacher to government and business boardrooms. This morning I was just reading what the humanities, what you students will be doing, the mix of it. I did straight history, geography and education with a bit of psych. But you have opportunities that I didn't have. But I'm really pleased to tell you that from my arts degree, I managed to get into graduate teacher to government, business boardrooms, university chancellor, as you just heard, small business owner, and most recently a writer. My world expanded exponentially, and I want to just offer a little advice to you as you navigate the world. Travel as much as you can. Travel is both adventure and education, and has been fundamental to my love of learning. Travel helps us understand who we might be, who we are. It holds a mirror to our culture and helps us respect those who live differently, whether by choice or circumstance. Travel helps put your world into perspective. It's never a waste of time. Move out of your safe experiences and your safe geographic world for new experiences, risk and excitement. For me, living in Pittsburgh and London in the 60s was great fun, and it helped me understand what an Australian was and could be. 20 years later, and many countries later, it was immense value in my life as Deputy Chair of the ABC. I had a confident worldview and became a global citizen with a love of learning and an appetite for risk, which is an admired attribute, if it's considered, for most corporate organisations. It's 52 years since I left Australia. Like many young Londoners, Australians, we left on a boat for London. Aeroplanes were unthinkably expensive. It took 6 weeks and it was a lot of fun. But when we came back to Australia 3 or 4 years later, suddenly Australia didn't seem like the lotus land we recalled from the Northern Hemisphere. Yes, the sun was shining as we flew into Sydney. We flew back. The harbour sparkled, and the Australian light was even more magical than I'd remembered in those dismal days coming out of schools in London when it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, grey and raining. And the material comforts were on offer when we came home, and we could afford to buy a modest house in 1968. But all of us who had travelled had a new sensibility about public life and what mattered. The war in Vietnam mattered. My brother had been conscripted, and my life is personal political. The White Australia policy mattered. Speaking out about discrimination and prejudice did. Gender equality mattered. Access to contraception and abortion mattered. Early learning and childcare were unavailable. As a newly pregnant woman, I was confronted almost immediately with the fact that I could not pursue my professional career other than as a casual teacher after the birth of my first child. There was no maternity leave. When I look back on that now, it seems to me the significance of that is I had a job, guaranteed. Beautiful. I loved it. But I didn't have a career because careers were based on seniority, and women dropped out to have children. In fact, sometimes I felt the need to say that if we didn't have the children, the other people wouldn't have a job. However, we didn't get to have careers if we left to have babies. And that was the beginning, really, of an activist life, of joining and forming organisation to force change and help offer choices to citizens. Women learned to become agents of change and to manage those personal and political risks. Essentially, we found our voice to change the rules and definitions of what it is to be female in Australia. Changing culture can take a long time, and sustainable change requires leadership and good governance from government and institutions. But you can also be opportunistic, and you can make change happen quickly. Say yes first and deal with it later, because often that's really effective, because you've been thinking about it probably for a long time. Australia is currently at the top of the OECD table for the education of women and girls, and number 70 for parity in business. That's a tragic figure. The first one is glorious and is the result of the feminist revolution in the 60s. This is your inheritance and challenge. It's not a women's issue, it's a social issue for the whole of Australia. But you have choices. As a new graduate, you are already privileged. You can settle for the status quo or think about making the world a better place. Never, ever take your education for granted. It belongs to you and no one can take it from you. I can't think of any other gift like that. Other things you lose, but not your education. Use it to ask the questions that always need to be asked. Be curious. Ask yourself if you would aspire to join businesses like those I've spent time with in Thailand and Indonesia, forming a coalition to prevent the spread of HIV, AIDS and TB and malaria, or the oil company, which described its HR policy as one driven by love and compassion for refugees at risk of suffering from the health impact of HIV, AIDS, TB and malaria, or companies that bravely sponsored out leadership to demonstrate their commitment to LGBTI people. Will you ask questions about labour practices and the employment of children before you join a global organisation? Are you informed on contemporary issues around business and government, which will enable you to ask questions of graduate recruiters about the ethical culture of organisations? I can promise you ethics is the new black. Will you work for a company which pays its women employees less than men? You'll have to search hard, but that's a challenge. Or the big one, where will you stand on climate change when you go looking for work? Just respect your good fortune to live in a democracy where we can vote to change the government peacefully and influence the rules around public discourse. Use your educational inheritance wisely. Kamala Harris said when she became Vice President that she wrote a book because she wanted to tell people how it felt about living in a time of change. And that certainly is true for me. I loved my 4 years at New England. It changed my life. I could easily have been the girl in the corner shop in a country town. Not in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that at 81 years I would be standing here as a grandmother of 5, as an activist and telling stories about my fun in Australian public life. UNE gave me the ingredients and confidence to live my life well and to believe change is possible and invigorating. For that, I am grateful. Let me end now by quoting from a poem from a remarkable woman, Justice Unity Dow, who I met when I was working in overseas aid and development. She became the first female High Court judge in Botswana and did some remarkable work on HIV/AIDS. She wrote to her children, "Trudge not through life, leaving ugly gashes. Tiptoe not through life, leaving half-formed impressions. Tread gently, lovingly, leave graceful heartprints. Love the earth, for she loves you so. I can think of no better advice. Good luck and go well." Thank you.
I now invite the graduation ceremony musician, Ms Hattie Oates, to perform, and please would everybody remain seated during the performance.
tasted rolling on your tongue. See the lights above you glowing. Oh, and breathe them deep into your lungs. It was always simple, not hidden hard. You've been pulling at the strings, playing puppeteer for kings, and you've had enough. But the search ends here, where the night is totally clear, and your heart is fierce. So now you finally know you control where you go, you can steer. Oh, hold this feeling like a newborn of freedom surging through your veins. You have opened up a new door, so bring on the wind for you and rain. It was always simple, not hidden hard. You've been played at a game, caught remembering your name, and you stuffed it up. The search ends here, where the night is totally clear, and your heart is fierce. So now you finally know you control where you go, you can steer. Oh, so get out of the box and step into the clear. You've been listening for answers in the city of screams. All your dreams go unheard. So the search ends here, where the night is totally clear, and your heart is fierce. So now you finally know you control where you go, you can steer. Oh, 'cause now you finally know you control where you go, you can steer.
Thank you, Hattie, very much. I now call upon the Chair of the Academic Board, Professor Robin Bartell, to present the candidates for their degrees.
Would the graduands please stand? Chancellor, I submit to you a list of candidates, as set out in the program, who have completed all requirements and are entitled to be admitted to their respective academic degrees and awards.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit these candidates to their respective academic degrees and awards.
Would the graduates please be seated? Would the graduates who are also receiving a New England Award please stand? Chancellor, the New England Award is granted to selected graduates who have demonstrated outstanding service to the university and wider community and commitment to others. It is a non-academic award given by the university in recognition of the skills, attributes, leadership and personal qualities that are developed through extracurricular activity, committee membership, voluntary work and good citizenship. Today, the University is proud to be presenting one of our graduates with this award.
Through your actions to achieve the New England Award, you have shown yourselves to be high-achieving, proactive and outward-looking members of the university community. UNE is proud of the relationships we have built up with the many organisations that have helped our students across Australia and in fact around the world. As a result of your efforts, on behalf of the Council and the UNE community, I extend my hearty congratulations.
Would the graduate please be seated? Chancellor, I now have the honour to present to you all those graduates newly admitted to academic degrees and awards, commencing with those graduates newly admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy who are able to be present at this ceremony. Doctor of Philosophy, Betty Ann Doyle. Silent Voices, Contemporary Issues in Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Management in New South Wales, Australia. Merle Paulette Hearns, Lighting the Virtual Fire of Learning, the Mythical World of Hinatore. Muhammad Mahabub Alam Pradeep, Impact of Gender Quotas on Women's Political Empowerment, a comparative study in India and Bangladesh. Master of Philosophy, Christopher John Gleeson, Jazz Elements as Fuel for Musical Compositions featuring the violin. Chancellor, I now have the honour to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, Arts, Social Sciences and Education, Professor Jane Edwards, to present those graduates newly admitted to degrees and awards, commencing with the degree of Master, who are able to be present at this ceremony.
Chancellor, I now have the honour to present to you those graduates newly admitted to the degree of Master from the Faculty of Humanities, Arts, Social Sciences and Education. Master of Applied Linguistics, Claire Elizabeth Tuckerman. Master of Applied Theatre Studies, Brendan John Alderton. Master of Arts, Emily Ruth Calder. Alexander Charles Ellison Forbes. Yuang Shen. Master of History, Nadine Connolly. Stenek John Bernard Lund. Master of Teaching Primary, Sadia Afreen. Elizabeth Jane Bell. Melissa Byrne. Emma Louise Corley. Kaya Maria Culbertson. Casey Ann Green. Kerry Ann Martin. Amanda Lee Murphy. Charlie Gibson Murray. Polly Paradise. Celine Annabelle Riakura. Christy Lee Seagrot. Catherine Ann Thompson. Samantha Turnbull. Eloise Melody Wood. Philippa Woods. Master of Teaching, Secondary, Laura Rose Atwood. Megan Jane Dealman. Savannah Kayela Dimmick. Angelina Joseph. Renolo Fred King. Amy McAllister. Zoe Ann Moscovitz. Samantha Reeves. Douglas Paul Robertson. Sandra Ellen Robinson, who is also receiving the New England Award. Milan Stan Imivorich. Lara Stern. James Stokes. Drew Anthony Thomason. Madeline Walker. Fiona Elizabeth Watt. Joanne Wesbury. Master of Urban and Regional Planning, Justine Clark. Harry Charles Lloyd. Chancellor, I now have the honour to present to you those graduates newly awarded the Graduate Diploma and Graduate Certificate from the Faculty of Humanities, Arts, Social Sciences and Education. Graduate Diploma in Local, Family and Applied History, Julie Ann Daly. Matthew James Hardy. Graduate Diploma in Professional Practice, Leah Jean Ferguson. Graduate Diploma in Urban and Regional Planning, Luke James Bonnell. Jim Richard Souters. Graduate Certificate in Arts, Abby Jessica Billett. Graduate Certificate in Education Studies, Anne Elizabeth Groom. Graduate Certificate in E-Learning, Angela Betty Gerard. Chancellor, I now have the honour to present to you those graduates newly admitted to the degree of Bachelor with Honours, Bachelor, and those graduates awarded the Advanced Diploma and Diploma from the School of Humanities, Arts and Social Sciences who were able to be present at this ceremony. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Jacob Gregory Hunt, 2nd Class Division 1. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business, Stuart Churchill. Bachelor of Arts, Benita Drow. Philip Fairfax. Pamela Ann Fuchs-Taylor. Callum Attar Gardner. Melinda Gay Hall. Andrew Howlett. Anna Margaret Hearn. Mark Andrew Pravan. Cherie Georgia Robinson. Bachelor of Criminology, Marlon Hillman. Chloe Hope. Amy Isabel Jobson. Jagan Sky McClenahan. Ella Rose White. Bachelor of Historical Inquiry and Practice, Darren John Ottaway. Bachelor of International Studies, Brianna Holmes. Bachelor of Languages, Madeline Bree Jones. Bachelor of Language Studies, Melissa Marie Kennedy. Bachelor of Media and Communications, Eva Barnsley. Bachelor of Music, Tiana Cherie Earnshaw. Celeste Gabriella Milligan Rayner. Bachelor of Social Science, Eid Nadel E. Altradi. Bachelor of Sustainability, Darren John Stafford. Felicity Nicole Stevens. Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning, Benjamin Wade Rankmore. Lewis John Sedgen Wild. Advanced Diploma in Arts, Russell Pearson. Diploma in Arts, Chanel Louisa O'Brien. Diploma in Modern Languages, Diane Swan. Diploma in Town Planning, Chancellor, I now have the honour to invite the Head of the School of Education, Professor Sue Gregory, to present those graduates newly admitted to the degree of Bachelor and those graduates newly awarded the diploma who were able to be present at this ceremony.
Chancellor, I now have the honour to present to you those graduates newly admitted to the degree Bachelor and those awarded diploma from the School of Education. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Teaching, Rochelle Margaret Payton Clark. Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood and Primary, Carolina Holman. Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Teaching, Anna Maria Backman. Preeti Barak. Ashley Marie Buckingham. Chloe Ann Chant. Maquita Roxanne Clark. Brianna Egan. Kimberly Gay Evans. Teresa Delval Guzman Villaroy. Yan Hong. Rosie Siobhan Newman Watterson. Rong Sun. Alison Thurkildson. Bachelor of Education, In-Service Conversion, Tracy Christina Katana. Jessica Marie Sarmento. Bachelor of Education, K-6 Teaching, Amanda Lee Bowman. Hamish Copland. Sabrina Louise Kerr. Simone Marie Dunn. Christopher Edgar Gardner. Matthew Glenn Hamblin. Michael James Innes. Daniel Luke Jones. Zachariah William Jerd. Gemma Lee Mitchell. Catherine Amy Montanari. Sophie Zara Uren. Timothy John Voigt. Taylor Marie Watt. Bachelor of Education, K-12 Teaching, Eliza May Foldy. Annalise Jeanette Mills. Emma Rose Quinlivan. Bachelor of Education Primary, Jordan Jeffrey Best. Karen Ann Charnley. Kerry Colbert. Hayley Louise Franklin. Rosita Therese Leggett. Rosalind Margaret Piper. Bachelor of Education, Secondary Mathematics, Veronica Helly. Bachelor of Educational Studies, Melissa Taylor, also receiving the Diploma in Business. Bachelor of Special and Inclusive Education, Primary, Charisse Marie Davidson. Sue Lynn Double. Bachelor of Training and Development, Rebecca Catherine Abel. Stephen John Lambert. Christopher Julian Lawler. Diploma in Educational Studies, Alison Emily Allen. Chancellor. That concludes the presentation of awards from the Faculties of Humanities, Arts, Social Science and Education to graduates who were able to be present at this ceremony. Chancellor, I now ask the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Simon Evans, to present the Posthumous Award on behalf of the University.
Chancellor. Mrs. Carmel Mills enrolled in the Master of Teaching Secondary in 2015, around the same time that she was diagnosed with cancer. Carmel reignited her academic pursuits after having completed the Bachelor of Arts with UNE in 1996. In 2019, Carmel completed the requirements for the Graduate Diploma in Educational Studies. Sadly, prior to being able to receive her award at a formal graduation, Carmel passed away. Chancellor, it is my sombre honour to present to you the family of Carmel Margaret Mills to receive the Graduate Diploma in Educational Studies.
Well, to our new graduates, congratulations. Welcome to a large, large family. I now invite Dr. Merle Hearns to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the graduates.
I would like to begin by thanking the Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, Council members, local elders, distinguished guests, academic staff, fellow graduates, family and friends. I feel incredibly honoured to be delivering this vote of thanks to you today, very humble to be representing such a fine group of graduates. I understand the work, the commitment and the dedication required to earn the title of graduate. I'm impressed by the fine group of students who receive the New England Award for their outstanding service and commitment to others. You have my respect and, I am sure, the respect of all those in attendance today. I live in New Zealand, so I have been an online UNE student through my PhD candidacy. This has been an unforgettable experience, a roller coaster of learning and discovery. I will always appreciate the amazing nature of support to online students of UNE. I remember having IT technicians remotely take over my computer to install software. I remember spending hours searching through the wealth of resources offered by the UNE library. I was blessed to have dedicated supervisors, starting with my first two primary supervisors, Dr. Chris Reading and Dr. Brenda Wolodko, with Professor Sue Gregory as my secondary supervisor. And then Professor Sue Gregory, who became my primary supervisor, and Associate Professor Jenny Charteris, my secondary supervisor. I was inspired to set out on my PhD pathway through my contact with Professor Sue Gregory. She has literally been my guiding light, my mentor, and I owe her my undying gratitude. Through Associate Professor Jenny Charteris, I learned all the nuances of ontology, epistemology, and the philosophy of education. She was another guiding light to whom I am deeply indebted. I acknowledge the challenges and the struggles of every graduate here today. On top of the normal challenges of balancing often complicated personal lives, managing limited finances, there were the extra challenges brought on by COVID-19, with the move to online learning for everyone through long periods of lockdown. A huge thank you to the dedicated response from the staff at UNE. You were able to face the demands of COVID and still help each one of us to reach our goal of being here today. I'm sure we were all able to reach out for help when we needed it. Personally, I felt a sense of community and support, even though I was across the sea in Aotearoa. I must mention our families and our friends. We owe you all a debt of gratitude. I have 6 amazing children who always encouraged and supported me in my studies. I was particularly grateful for my family when I was made redundant. On the same day, I received notification from UNE of achieving my PhD. My family were my strength. I was devastated that the COVID lockdown saw the cancellation of in-person graduation, and I feel so blessed to be here today in person, in this beautiful environment, thanks to the University of New England. My son is here to support me, and I will be able to attend his graduation from the University of Auckland Medical School in exactly a month from today. I'm sure we've all heard the words of John Dewey. Education is a social process. Education is growth. Education is not a preparation for life. Education is life itself. UNE has allowed us all to have a good life. A man who I was blessed to meet in person and who I greatly admire, Nelson Mandela, said, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. So, to all my fellow graduates, go out there and change the world. Make it a better place. Live your dreams. Continue to learn and share the gift of learning with those around you. Thank you again to all the staff here at UNE, and congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you."
Thank you, Mel, very much. We have a tradition here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to ask the new graduates to stand and face their families and friends to say thank you for all they've done for you, whether it be pay a bit of rent, put a meal on the table, help with babysitting, whatever. Please stand and face your family and friends and thank them for what you've done, or they've done. Please be seated. As I said earlier, you've joined an extraordinary family. It's called the Alumni of UNE. Please join it. We'd like to know where you are and what you're doing, and we like to be able to tell you what we're doing. Use the alumni as your sort of contact book, if you like. You'll find the alumni all around the world, in most cities, doing a variety of jobs. If you land in a strange place and you don't know anybody and you don't know your way around, it's a very good way to get to know the place. I mean, even if it's simply to find the best place to buy a cup of coffee, or where do the kids go to school, or where's the best place to live. Use it, and please keep in contact with us. Today is put on by a whole range of people, and it seems to work flawlessly, and it does work flawlessly. But they work extremely hard to make sure that you're all here on time and I'm here on time, and they have the grounds in magnificent condition. I'd like to thank them on your behalf, because they do an extraordinary job. Education, has been said many times today, is a lifelong process. So when you do decide to continue along that path to earn a new degree or a certificate or whatever it may be, please think of this place on the hill, the University of New England. We'd love to see you, and we will continue to produce the best education that we can for all our students. And we promise that the degree you got today will be held in the highest regard in 10 years' time. So thank you for coming. Enjoy today. It is your day. And I declare the ceremony closed and ask everybody to stand for the singing of the academic anthem. And would our new graduates process after the academic procession?
Swirly feels so bright. Didn't get much sleep last night. Freight train rattled through my head. Whistle blowing, love is dead. It's dead. Heart attack by fear and doubt. Won't be long till the truth comes out. First impressions never lie. Love is bones, they hurt so fast, so fast. Restless future burning bright. The past is holding on so tight. Never heard the one in bed. You well. I just want to wish you well. Welcome swallows, dip and swing. Take the cue from the slightest thing. Rolling fog into my room. Why'd you give up on me so soon? So soon. Restless future burning bright. The past is holding on so tight. Never heard the one in bed. I just want to wish you well. 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 Why'd you give up on me so soon? Did you give up on me so soon? I just want to wish you well. I just want to wish you well. Thank you. So it goes, another lonely day. You're saving time, but you're miles away. See him drowning in some bitter tea for seeing lost opportunity. Find your mirror, gonna look inside. See your talent, you'll always hide. Don't go give yourself a not today. Satisfaction's not too far away. Hold on now, your exit here is waiting just for you. Don't pause too long, it's fading now, ending all too soon. Ooh, you'll see. Soon you'll see. Your coffee's warm, but your milk is sour. Life is short, but you're here to flower. Don't go dream yourself on not today, and never miss opportunity. Don't be scared of what you cannot see. Your only fear is possibility. Never wonder what the hell went wrong, 'cause second chance may never come along. Hold on now, your exit here is waiting just for you. Don't pause too long, it's waiting now, ending all too soon. Ooh, you'll see.